Welcome back, YouTube. It's RDM, and I'm bringing you another banger. We tested 5 secret AoEs and put them to the ultimate test. You will not believe these results. They even had me shocked. Make sure to like, sub, and comment down below who you think the best AoE secret is. Let's get straight into the video. Alright, so with Biggie Cheese's help from the Discord, I know it's not his name, but his name is Biggie Cheese. He's going to be helping me with the Mantis because I obviously do not own one myself, but in return I'm going to be level 50ing it for him so that way he doesn't have to worry about the levels. Big shout out to Biggie Cheese. Thank you, big W. Alright, y'all, and with the help of Zep, he's going to be helping me out with 3 extra AoE units if I'm not mistaken. It should be the Dennis, the Hash, and the Rrarrg, but I have a Rrarrg. The thing is, I just don't think I have the levels to max this out and the other units that I also need. As you can see, I only have the 51. Hopefully he hooks me up with the other one because I've seen his inventory. He does have this, he does have the Hash. By the way, big shout out to Zep for helping me out with the Dennis. It's a huge help. All right, so Zep is going to be helping me with the Hash as well. Not the Rrarrg, which is okay because I will be able to level up 100 my own, so I shouldn't be too worried about it. It won't have power patty, but that shouldn't make too much of a difference. It's going to make a little bit of a difference, but shout out to Zep, huge within the community. Go ahead and give him some W Zeps down in the comments. We appreciate you guys. Alright, so while we wait for our last trade for the Rex that we need to start out this video, I'm going to go ahead and start leveling up my things so that way we can be prepared and we can get this all on video. So the Hash is already level 100. The Dennis is also already level 100. I'm going to go ahead and get this Mantis up to level 50 and then try and max out the Rrarrg as well. So it definitely didn't take as much as I thought. About 30,000 blood sausages. 3,000 pretty patties. Not too bad, not too shabby. We're gonna go ahead and feed that. We're gonna go ahead and switch over to the Rrarrg and start feeding that now. So not quite the levels I wanted, only 23 levels. So I am gonna have to send this over to an alt and hope that I can max it out on my first alt or my second alt because I do have to level up the Rex that I'm gonna be receiving from one of my good buddies. So I booted up the alt account Frosty Froststorm. I am gonna send the Rrarrg over there to get the levels that we need, 26 total levels. And I'm also gonna throw Neptune's Crown on this thing just so that way it can keep equal with the rest of the units. We are hitting a quick pit stop before I get back my Rrarrg. We do have Matthias here, or Matisse, however you want to say his name. He is here. He's going to be hooking me up with the Rrarrg. He might even flash a little troll Rrarrg. You know, maybe not. Who knows? But I do have my Rrarrg going for Neptune's Crown right now. I did manage to level 100 it. For him, I'm going to be level 100 his Rex for letting me borrow it. Huge shout out to Matisse. Big W from him. I'm gonna go ahead and send this Rex straight over to our alt account so that way we can start sending the levels and we can go ahead and start testing these units and looking at their damage numbers. And just like that, we're gonna be getting it right back with 100 levels. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna have power patty on this one or the Rrarrg or the Mantis, so we're gonna have to do maybe a little bit of math or just, you know, guesstimate on how many waves and damage is gonna be. Let's go ahead and accept this trade. Let's go ahead and get our Rex back and let's get straight to the testing. Actually, no, wait, we still need the Rrarrg. We still need the Rrarrg. So let's get the Rrarrg and then we'll go ahead and get to testing. So I changed my mind. I'm gonna go ahead and get to testing at least in the boss battles while I still have the Neptune's Crown rolling on my mobile phone. And then I might do a couple endlesses while I wait because I'm not sure how long it's gonna take to get Neptune's Crown. Hopefully not too long, but let's go ahead and get all the same traits. So I am gonna go ahead and get Sea Bear on every single one of these units just so that way we can get extra damage. I do have some pretty OP pets like the Rock, like the Fluffy, and I also have Parrot, so the 3 best pets that you can have in the game. Okay, we got one done. That's Sea Bear sidekick on Hash. And that's sidekick Sea Bear on the robot Mantis. We did already have sidekick Sea Bear on the Dennis and the Squidosaurus Rex, so we didn't have to worry about changing those. And of course, I'm going to have Sea Bear and sidekick on the Rrarrg when it comes to. So let's go ahead and hop straight into a boss battle. We'll see how all of them perform at the end. We're going to go ahead and just do individually at this moment. We're going to go ahead and start with in the order of them coming out. Now, if I remember correctly, it was Hash and then Dennis and then Mantis and then Rex. It could be mistaken, and then Rrarrg, of course, last. So let's go ahead and start with Hash. So, like I said, Hash does have power patty, but I do have Sea Bear and sidekick on him. I also am going to have the potty, so it is going to increase extra damage. 207,270 damage with a 1 SPA cooldown and 39 range. So loading up straight into boss battles, we're gonna do what's not gonna take too long. Let's do Man Ray 1. Let's go ahead and press start battle and let's see how long it takes. It's looking like it's gonna be about 15 seconds. Not too shabby, but I think we can beat that. So Dennis also has power petty, so he has a little bit of an advantage. 189,000 damage to start, but he also has the burn effect, 1.2 on the cooldown and 41 range. So we're on Man Ray 1 with the Dennis. Let's see how he performs. 28 seconds. That is quite a bit. I can't lie, that is quite a bit. For a maxed out Dennis, that is quite a lot. So next we will be testing the Mantis. They do not have Power Patty on the Mantis. That's okay though. It is a 1.6 cooldown, a 24.8 range. But the good thing about Mantis is the closer you are to it, the more damage that it can do. If you get too close, it will do extra damage, and I believe that counts towards the boss fight. Alright, so we're loaded up in Man Ray 1 with the Mantis, so let's go ahead and see how long it takes for them to perform. I think Hash might take it in the boss fight. I think if this Mantis had Power Patty, I for sure think that the Mantis might beat the Hash or at least tie it. And last but not least, we have the Squidosaurus Rex. Of course, it doesn't have Power Patty. The damage is not looking too hot, 130,000. SPA is 1.9. Hopefully it goes down a lot with the pets. And 31.5 range. Let's go ahead and hop straight into the boss fight so that way we can test it. So we're back here with the Rex on Hydra 1. Let's go ahead and see how long it takes for him to beat the Hydra 1. Excuse me, Man Ray 1. How dare I? Oh my gosh, with Power Patty, Rex is 1000% better than Hash in the boss fight. That is without Power Patty, only a second longer than Hash. So I'm here on my alt account, and we can see my luck with Neptune's crowns are not there. But we get to get it on camera, me hitting 10,000 trait rerolls. Boom. We're gonna go ahead and get Sea Bear and Sidekick on this and go ahead and transfer it back to the main account. Alright, I'm here getting the Rrarrg from my alt account. So we have Rrarrg here. It's 146,000 damage, 1.9 SPA, and a 31.5 range. So here we are, Man Ray 1. Let's see how he does. He is looking better than Dennis though. I think Dennis had a way worse time than he did, but we'll have to see how they do in Endless. So here we are. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of seeing Constreet Endlesses. Let's do some rock bottom Endlesses. We're gonna turn on the 5x speed. I did bring a Krusty Krab just in case, because I'm not sure if I'll be able to get enough money. So we can, I believe, place a Hash first. Ooh, maybe not. No, we leaked. We gotta start over. All right, hopping back into it. Let's go ahead and place the Krusty Krab first. Can we upgrade it? We can't. We can't place another one either. Let's go ahead and turn it to 2x speed first. We're gonna go ahead and upgrade the Krusty Krab. We're gonna go ahead and just place the Dream Garys to be safe. They will be able to finish the job. So we'll be able to upgrade our Krusty Krabs. Upgrade this 3 more times. I'm pretty sure we can place a third one, huh? We can. I forgot. Potty can do that for you. You can place a third Krusty Krab now. So let's go ahead. Let's place the Hash right there. As long as I upgrade it, I think you'll be able to give us the most map coverage. Let's go ahead and check these damage numbers. So after my pet boost with the Power Patty and the Neptune's Crown with Sea Bear, 245,000 starting damage. 0.5 on the cooldown, 61.6. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and upgrade this. 344,000. 0.4 on the cooldown, 81.1 on the range. We'll be back when we get a little bit further. We're back on wave 200. This doesn't look like it's gonna be, oh wait, maybe. We might be seeing somewhere around here on 300. This might end a little bit sooner than I thought. All right guys, we're back. It's 295. Big Jellyfish is at 17 million health. So we are gonna leak pretty soon. Maybe wave 400 would be my guess. Maybe 500. Not a bad run from the Hashes, but I will see you guys back when this is over. And we're back. We had a total play time of 1 hour and 3 minutes with 5.89 billion damage. We finished at wave 392. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's go ahead and move on to the next unit so we can get this going. Loading back into a rock bottom. Let's go ahead. I forgot to place my money unit, but hopefully that's not too bad. We should be able to still carry with the Gary. Put the Krusty Krab to the side, upgrade it. I might have trolled. We did it again. We gotta restart one more time. I promise I'm normally smarter than this. I promise. It's not normally like this. I usually do not die unless it's for jokes. Should be at 2,500 right now. Go ahead and place the Garys. So we got 2 Krusty Krabs placed. I'm not going to be too worried about placing a third one. We're going to go ahead and try and go for about the same area. So we have 3 Dennises placed. With the pets boost, it starts out 223,000, almost 224,000 damage with a 0.6 cooldown, so a little bit worse than Hash. And then we have 64.8 range. Let's go ahead and max one out so we can see the max damage on this thing. 313, almost 314,000 damage with a 0.5 cooldown, 85.3 range. But let's go go ahead and see how far this thing goes. We'll be back at around, let's say, wave 200. So we're taking a quick pit stop. We see here that they have new units coming into the game tomorrow. This should be posted maybe before the update. I'm hoping to get it out before the update or tonight. They're adding a new unit. Apparently it's going to be better than Bunker Boys and Prehistoric Gary. So, hey, exciting. Very exciting. 44,000 damage with 0.7 SPA and a 46 range. That's a pretty large range, and that's only at level 1. Hopefully we'll be able to get the Shining Wimble pretty easy. You already know we're going to be making videos on that. We're going to be grinding that, macroing that. We're going to be getting all that we can. So we also have baby Spongebob. I think maybe it's a stretch, but I think they're going to be adding another single hit unit into this game. I honestly thought this was going to be the secret, but this might be a single hit target. That's my guess. One of these two are going to be a single hit target. The Patrick up here or the crabs. We'll have to find out when the update drops tomorrow. Make sure you're there when we live stream. We should be live streaming it right when the update drops. Hopefully there's no delays. Be there or be square like a SpongeBob. We're back. We just killed the big jelly. We are almost at wave 200. He's not leaking yet. He's performing pretty well, but the jelly did finish to about right here. So I'm pretty sure that's a little bit closer than what the hash was at the wave 200 mark. We'll have to come back once this is over. We'll see how he performs and how he finishes. We're back with our Glove World Balloon. Dopey is going to take us out here. We have 30 HP left. It's looking like 364. 364, not bad. 7 chests, 7,000 season XP. We don't really care about that stuff. What we care about is the total damage of 4.09 billion. We have 6,000 takedowns, about 6,250, and then waves 364. So just slightly worse. Dennis, have you fallen off? My goodness. But let's move on to the next one. We got 3 more units to go. All right, so we are back on a short mission. We're gonna get a quick favor from the homie blocks. I think I traded it to the right account. I could be. Here we go. Yeah, he's only got the 2 accounts. So once he accepts, he is gonna be clutching me up with a power patty Rrarrg, just so that way we can get a little bit better viewership for this video. We gotta make it to where it's fair for everybody. So we gotta see if the Rrarrg is better than the hash with the power patty. All right, we're back. Big shout out to Blocksbusters. I did get the right account. He's got me with the power patty. Of course, he's going to get it back. It's not going to be too much of an issue. I do have the regular Rrarrg, but we got to get the full power patty. We got to get the full experience. So whenever he accepts, we're going to go ahead and get straight back into the video. We're going to hop on with the Mantis. That way we can go ahead and finish out, rounding out this video. I just want to say thank you guys for all the support from the last video. 300 subs already. 300. You guys have already been supporting that much. It's crazy. I support everybody that supports me, so I love you all. And so we're back here on rock bottom with the 3rd unit, a robot Mantis, same placement amount, so we're gonna have to go ahead and place our Krusty Krab. Let's make sure we do not leak. We've leaked 2 times today already. We got 2 more upgrades here, 1 more upgrade here, and then let's go ahead and, ooh, the Mantis placement's a little small on the range, so I might have to keep replacing these. But let's go ahead, let's place 2 here so that way we can get big damages. And if you don't know about Mantis, when they get close, it does more damage. When they're further away, it does less damage. So Mantis is going to start out at 193,800, so 193, about 194,000, with a 0.8 cooldown and a 44, basically 43.9 range. That's not too shabby, but we've seen better. We've already seen higher damage numbers. It looks like we've just been going down this whole time. I think it's a higher cooldown too, if I'm not mistaken, but we do have a little bit less range as well. It's about 20 less range. I mean, it's very visible, very bad. We're at 28.3, so 283, almost 284,000 for a 0.7 cooldown and a 60 range. We'll be back at around maybe 200. So I'm a little late. 204 though, it's not looking too bad. I might move the Mantis over to right here just to get some extra damage, and I am gonna move it back when they start to get over here. That is the one thing about Mantis, you have to micro it in order for it to get the full ability out of it. So to be fair, I am gonna move them just so that way you can see what he actually does. I can't believe it. We are already going to leak in like 1 wave. I can't believe this. Mantis, you were supposed to be better than this. They're trying to clutch it up. They're almost there. They're pushing it. I don't think Mantis is gonna last longer than 315. Here it comes. It's coming to end right now. Dopey is coming to take our base away. It's not even gonna be Dopey. The tips are gonna kill us. No, this damage is not good at all. 1.94 billion damage. 48 minutes that it took us. 5,000 takedowns, about 5,274. That's about 1,000 less than the last one. Only 308 waves. Let's go ahead and move on with the next unit. So next we are going to be running with the Squidosaurus Rex, but no power patty again, unfortunately. We did get a power patty on our Rrarrg, so we will be able to get the full test out of him. And then we're gonna go ahead and get Rex straight into the endless, so that way we can see how far they can get. All right, we are back on rock bottom. Let's go ahead and place these crusty crabs. Let's get straight into it, not waste any time this time. Hopefully we do not leak like normal. I just want to say, I know there is a little mechanic within the Garys. The more you have it leveled up, the more you upgrade it, the more it's going to do slowing. The more slowing it does, the more it's upgraded. But to keep everything fair, I am just placing the base Garys, so there's no unfair advantage for any of the units. I'm placing one here and one all the way over here to cover up the entire map for slowing, so that way no unfair advantages. No unfair advantages. But everything else, pure game to be leveled up and all that. So let's go ahead and place our first Rex so that way we don't die. Let's go ahead and upgrade our Krusty Krab so that way we have a bunch of money. What is the best place to place this Rex? Honestly, probably where I put it. That might not be too bad of a spot. I'm gonna go ahead. Ooh, this thing is huge though. You have to take into account for how big these units are. These units are huge. So it does lose a lot of range when it comes to that. A lot of space to put units like this probably won't even be able to go into Power Vault. Patty Vault will probably not be able to be complete by a Rex that's Shining Wumbo because of how big it is. I could be mistaken though. Maybe there is a one slight spot that you could put it and cover up the entire map, but as it looks, this thing is not small enough to be putting inside of a Patty Vault or most of your maps. But it is still super good. That's why I can't complain. Let's go ahead and check the numbers. 156,000 damage, round up about 157,000. We're at one cooldown, 1 exact second, and then 55.9, about 56 range, 130,000, 1.9, 31.5 on the range. Let's go ahead and upgrade this thing up. Let's see how much it maxes out. Wow, 269.1. That's not bad at all, guys. 0.8 though, that is a kind of high cooldown. I cannot lie, it's a kind of high cooldown. 68.5 though, that's not bad for the range. It's almost enough to cover the entire corner. But let's go ahead and upgrade the rest of these, and we'll be back at around 200. All right, guys, we are back. We're at 203 now, and it's not looking like a challenge at all for these Rexes. I can't lie to you guys, I think that he is still the reigning champ until maybe the Rrarrg. Who knows? Maybe the Rrarrg will take over. But I think the Rex is actually going to beat the Hash and the Dennis and every other unit we've used so far, even without the Power Patty. Man, is this Rex a killer. But we are going to be back when either we start to leak or when the round is over. So I'm coming back a little late, but we are going to die here to the Dopey. 59.32 for the playtime. 4.89 billion, only wave 378, excuse me. I think with Power Patty, this thing would have instantly killed 400. I think this thing would have been past any of those other things. So he does reign supreme for right now. You already know we got to go check the Rrarrg. Let's see how the newest chest unit is doing. So courtesy of the Big Dag, we do have the Power Patty Rrarrg. We're going to go ahead and test it with the Power Patty, of course. 5-star, of course, level 100. It's got 158,000 damage with a 1.4 cooldown and 42 range. That cooldown's kind of buns. We already pointed this out, but it is better than the I think it was 1.9 before, but I could be wrong. But let's go ahead and hop straight into this endless. So we're back. Let's go ahead and place our Krusty Crews down. So this thing's already covering full map, so I might have to replace it. Let's go ahead. Okay, this thing is kind of big. Let's go ahead and upgrade one. Oh, let's check the original stats. 187,000, almost 188,000, just 8 damage off with a 0.7 second cooldown and 66.4 range. That doesn't look bad at all. I feel like that matches up with some of the stats that we've seen today. Maybe a little bit lower damage though. Let's go ahead and max the one out. See how it maxes out. 313. Is that the highest we've seen so far? This might go pretty far. 313, almost 314,000 damage, 0.6 cooldown, and 79 range. So this thing almost has full map coverage. Does it cover the full? It doesn't. So I am gonna have to replace this one. Let's go ahead and place that here now. But I'll fix this all up. I'll get it all right. All right, guys. I promise I'm not gonna miss it this time. We're at 197 right now. We just smoked that jellyfish. Easy. Like it was nothing. I did replace the Rrarrg so that way it is reaching a little bit more of the entire map, or at least the corners. I didn't know where to put the extra Rrarrg, so I just kind of moved it over so I had more space for these other two. But you already know we're going to be back either once we start to leak or once this round is over and we have the final times. We might have one little secret treat right at the end of the video though, so stay tuned to see. All right, we're back. It is wave 377. It's looking like we're gonna leak on this TIFF right here. We already leaked to one of the dopies. Expect a loss here soon. It doesn't look like the Rrarg is going to be holding up as well as some of the other units. Here comes our demise dopey. I'm sure we'll get through these TIFFs, but this dopey is going to definitely take care of us. So total damage, we're at 4.9 billion, 59 minutes, 35 seconds for how long it took, 378 on the waves. Man, but the Rrarg is still good. It's still a good, basically free-to-play unit. Everyone should be getting it for your team if you're not holding up with any of the other units. But let's get straight into that little secret surprise. So we're on rock bottom one last time, and as you can see at the bottom row, we have every single secret AoE except for Henge. Let's go ahead, try and see if we can place a Gary in time and see if they can get as far as maybe... Actually, I'm not going to say. Let's go ahead and get in the comments. Tell me how far you think they're going to end. I think they're going to get to about 550. No cheating, though. Absolutely no cheating, guys. Do not look at the other comments. I want you guys to go purely off of your own instincts after seeing everything that you've seen. 400 on one unit, about 370 on another, 380 on another. I think it will total out to about... yeah, 550 is my final guess. And we're here at 194. We're at just about enough coins to finish maxing out our Gary. We got one more upgrade left. We have upgraded everything else within the lineup. I have 3 placed of every single one, and I have maxed out every single Gary as well. It's already hit 200. Obviously, this is a cakewalk. No issues here, but we'll be back at around maybe the 400 mark just to check up. All right, guys, we are back. It is wave 405. We just completed the second to last boss, so the big jelly should be spawning quick. Dopey might be our arch rival because Dopey likes to kill me a lot. But we have Dopey here. He's at 30 million health already. This is wave 407, and he is getting kind of far, I can't lie. We might not be lasting as long as I thought we were going to. My guess was 550. Maybe your guys' guesses in the comments will be better than mine. Make sure no cheating, no skipping ahead of the videos, and no looking at other people's comments when you had made your guess. Or else. With how the last 15 waves went, I'm pretty sure we're gonna leak here on this dopey. I'm not sure if it's gonna do a full 60 health, so I might have a few more waves to go. Honestly, way less than I thought it was gonna be. 463 so far. It's looking like it might be a 370 end, if not sooner. Here it comes, slowly but surely. It's just got to get past the Rrargs now. They are still attacking my other AoEs, but there they go. They're starting to slow down now. He's going to go ahead and leak here. I think they only do 50 damage, so I will still have 10 HP. So hopefully we do not lose to the dopey. Boys, I think this is it here. I think we die to the TIFF. I've never been so happy to lose an endless run in my life. We're going to lose to the TIFF a total of 16.74 billion damage. Wave 475, almost on the dot like I called. An hour and 12 minutes, that's not too bad. But this is the hardest map in the game for story mode, and we're running endless. It could be B, we could do a little bit harder, but this is not your regular Conche, so it's not going to be your natural 600, 800 waves. Alright, and that's going to do it for today's video. We got the total information that we needed. Rrarg is 378, Rex is 378, but Rex did not have the power patty, so he was at a little bit of a disadvantage. I do think he would have passed far past 378. We had Hash at 392. He takes the cake for the highest wave reached this run, but he also did have power patty, so it was a little unfair. Dennis did get 364, and then Mantis with the 308. So Hash is still the best AoE if you don't have the power patty on a Rex, but if you got power patty on that Rex, Rex is the best AoE in the game when it comes to being a secret. I just want to say thank you to all my supporters. We will be back in just a couple of hours for the live stream, and then we will be posting way more often so that way we can get way more content out because we have a lot of content coming. So make sure to like, sub, hit that post notification, make sure you don't miss any videos upcoming or in the future, and I will see you guys next time.